Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news. Alright folks, today we're diving deep into what could be one of the most talked about situations heading into the 2024 NFL season for the San Francisco 49ers, the health status of their star running back, Christian McCaffrey. Now, if you've been following the team for a while, you know just how pivotal McCaffrey has been for this squad. He's not just a key player, he's a true game changer, someone who can turn the tide in any game with his versatility, power, and agility. But as many 49ers fans are already feeling a little anxious about, there's a cloud hanging over him right now. Yes, we're talking about that calf injury that has been making waves in the lead-up to the season opener against the Seattle Seahawks. So here's how it all started. Christian McCaffrey, who, as you all know, had a phenomenal 2023 season, one of his best, really was listed as a limited participant in practice this past Thursday due to that calf injury. Now, it's important to emphasize that there's no official word on him sitting out Week 1, but the concern is undeniable. Because let's face it, this is McCaffrey we're talking about. The guy has a lengthy injury history that makes every little tweak a big deal. Remember, just in recent seasons, he struggled with Achilles tendonitis in both legs leading into the 2024 campaign, which caused him to miss significant time. And despite the 49ers trying to downplay the issue during the preseason, the fact remains McCaffrey sat out until Week 10 last year, missing over half the season. And then, just when he was starting to find his rhythm, he suffered a knee injury in his fourth game back. Naturally, this news triggers a wave of reactions among fans. Many immediately think, here we go again, because this isn't the first time McCaffrey has dealt with injuries that threaten to derail his season. That familiar feeling of déjà vu immediately kicks in, and it's almost as if fans are preparing themselves for another roller coaster ride. Honestly, every year it's the same story, isn't it? The hope that this could finally be the year he stays healthy, that he can build on his previous success, and lead the 49ers deep into the playoffs. But then the injuries strike, and suddenly that optimism is tempered with worry. And let's be real here, the NFL world is no stranger to this kind of scenario. It's almost like a recurring script. Star player gets injured, fans brace themselves, and then hope for a quick recovery. And speaking of hope, the fans' reactions go beyond just worry. There's a lot of humor mixed in, as you might expect. Jokes about fantasy football managers who drafted McCaffrey in the first round are everywhere. You see posts and memes joking about how everyone's expecting him to have a bounce-back year, but with this calf issue, it's like, are we in for another long season of waiting and wishing? Fantasy managers are already sweating, because let's face it, McCaffrey's health status directly impacts their season. And it's not just casual fans joking around. There's a real concern about whether he'll be able to perform at his best when it matters most. Now here's where things get even more interesting. The 49ers have recently made a notable move, trading for a running back who's been productive and reliable. This has sparked a lot of speculation among fans. Do they know something about McCaffrey's health that we don't? Or are they just being cautious, preparing for the worst while hoping for the best? It's a strategic move that could suggest the team is already planning for the possibility that McCaffrey might not be at 100%. Of course, no one wants to see him sidelined. The fans want to see the guy who, in 2023, was named NFL Offensive Player of the Year. That season, he rushed for a staggering 459 yards and scored 14 touchdowns on the ground, while also adding 564 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns through the air. Those numbers alone tell you how vital he was to the 49ers offense, how much he can elevate the entire team's performance. And that's the real question now, can he get healthy enough to replicate that kind of production again? Because, let's remember, McCaffrey is 29 years old, and durability is a big concern for running backs at that stage of their careers. The The 49ers know how much they rely on him, and they're probably doing everything they can to monitor, manage, and protect that investment. Still, the nerves are real. Fans are eager to see him on the field, healthy and ready to dominate, but the reality is, every practice update feels like a roller coaster. The hope is that this calf injury is minor, something that will heal quickly, and that he'll be good to go for the season opener. But that's always the unknown with injuries like this. How much will it linger? Will it affect his explosiveness? And most importantly, will it hold him back from being that game-changing player we saw in 2023? Now, speaking more broadly about the 49ers' season prospects, this injury situation adds an extra layer of suspense. The team, under head coach Kyle Shanahan, has been a powerhouse in recent years. Their offense, with McCaffrey as a centerpiece, has been one of the most dynamic in the league. The addition of a star like him, complemented by the team's solid defense and strategic coaching, made them real contenders last year. But as we all know, football is a game of attrition. Injuries are part of the sport, and how a team manages them can define their season. The 49ers have been known for their depth and their ability to step up when stars are hurt. Players like Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, and the emerging young talent have all contributed to their success. But nothing replaces the impact of a healthy McCaffrey. His ability to line up in the backfield, catch passes out of the backfield, and even line up as a receiver in critical third-down situations. And let's not forget how this impacts the division and the NFC as a whole. The Seattle Seahawks, for example, are looking to build on their recent resurgence, and the Los Angeles Rams are always lurking with their own set of surprises. But the 49ers have been the team to beat in the NFC West, and a healthy McCaffrey is a huge part of that identity. If he can stay on the field, he's a weapon that can tilt the balance in many games, especially in crucial moments. But if injuries continue to plague him, even the most optimistic fans might start to worry about whether this is going to be another, what could have been, season for the 49ers. Now, let's take a quick look at what the team's coaching staff and medical team might be thinking. They're probably doing everything they can to carefully monitor his condition, balancing between pushing him to be ready and protecting his long-term health. The trainers and doctors are likely aware of how much is riding on McCaffrey's health, not just for this season but for the franchise's future. The team's management, led by GM John Lynch, is always cautious but also aware of the importance of having him on the field. It's a delicate dance, trying to get him ready for Week 1 without risking a setback that could sideline him for weeks or even the entire season. And remember, folks, this isn't just about one player. It's about the entire team's chemistry, their strategy, and how they adapt if McCaffrey isn't at full strength early on. Shanahan, known for his creative play calling, will need to adjust if they're short-handed at the running back position. But the depth of the roster, the resilience of the team, and the leadership from players like George Kittle and Brandon Ayuk will all come into play. The 49ers have shown in the past that they can overcome adversity, but it's always nerve-wracking for fans when your star player's health is uncertain just days before kickoff. And now, we have to consider the bigger picture. The NFC West is fiercely competitive. The Seahawks, Rams, and even the Arizona Cardinals are all vying for supremacy, and every game counts. The outcome of the 49ers' season could hinge on whether McCaffrey can stay healthy or not. A fully healthy CMC could propel them deep into the playoffs, maybe even give them that extra edge to finally win a Super Bowl. But if injuries continue to hamper him, it might be an uphill battle, and fans will be left wondering if this is yet another season of what if. So, as we sit here, digesting all these details, one thing is clear: the 49ers' success heavily depends on McCaffrey's health. The team's coaching staff and medical personnel are doing everything possible to ensure he's ready, but ultimately, football's unpredictable nature means we just have to wait and see. Fans, you know as well as I do that every snap, every play, every yard gained will be scrutinized, celebrated, or criticized based on his availability and performance. It's a roller coaster, but that's what makes football so exciting. The hope is that we're talking about a healthy, dominant Christian McCaffrey, leading the charge once again, giving the 49ers their best shot at another Super Bowl run. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. As we wrap up today's update, it's crucial for all of us to stay tuned. The season is just around the corner, and every bit of news, every update about McCaffrey's recovery, will shape how we view the 49ers' chances this year. We'll be watching every practice, every report, waiting for that confirmation that he's 100% ready to go. Because, let's be honest, when Christian McCaffrey is at his best, he's one of the most electrifying players in the league, capable of changing the course of a game in just one play. And for the fans of this great team, that's what we're all hoping for, a full, healthy, unstoppable version of our star back, leading us to glory. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this situation? Do you think McCaffrey will be ready for the season opener? How do you see the team adjusting if he's limited or sidelined early on? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the San Francisco 49ers. Remember, this is a team that's always resilient, always fighting, and always aiming for the top. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and I'll be back soon with more updates, more insights, and all the latest San Francisco 49ers news. Thanks for joining me today, and let's keep the faith. This season is far from over, and the best is yet to come.